Hi my friends, thank you for joining me again for another recipe for survival. Today I'm going to make a bread pudding with leftover scones I have from a tea party that I did. So I had about 4 scones. This is what I have. I've been looking at the can I use Martha Stewart's name? I use her recipes to start from everything that I do, just for research. But whenever I cook in Recipes for Survival, it's all about making the recipe your own. Use what you have. She calls for 9 ounces of day-old French bread with the crust cut off. I have no idea. I'm not going to weigh this, but this is what I have and this is what I'm going to work with, and that's what I want to do. And I think I'm going to make bread pudding with leftover scones. So I'm going to start by scrambling eggs and milk and sugar. The media giant herself calls for 8 eggs. I'm using 6 because that's all I care to use. So I'm just going to get these broken up, and I think just because I have a hand mixer, I'm going to use it once I get the milk in here to really get this very light. Also, Ms. Stewart, her recipe calls for 1.5 cups of sugar. This is the absolute end of a bag of turbinado sugar. I only use the cane sugar, and that's scant of a cup. I'm just going to add what's 2 cups, so I've used 1 cup, and I'm going to add like what is probably 2 cups of milk. I could add a little bit more because I think I've got a lot of the scones for the bread. I am going to take a quick minute and get an electric, get the hand mixer at this. If you don't have one, excuse me, just use a whisk or a fork. Hi my friends, so to the eggs and the milk that I've been scrambling, we're going to add the sugar to that. And then just pour this right over the dried scones. Okay. Fantastic, fantastic. I'm gonna, with a spatula, just get a little bit out of here. Soaking scones, that's what it is. And the oven is preheating to 350 degrees. Okay, my friends, like I have the juice of an orange and a lemon and its zest done. And I'm just going to put a touch of brandy in here. I think will be quite nice. That's it. Just a little splash because I had it and I looked up and I saw it. I'm just going to pour it over the scones, and I'll get the big spoon and mix that through now. Now I'm just going to pour this into this loaf pan that I have. I'm going to fill this with water. Till about halfway. Most people would use a real big roasting pan, which I don't have, but we'll see, it'll do. And I think the recipe calls for 45 minutes. This bakes at 45 minutes, and I did preheat the oven. So we'll get that in, and we'll see how it comes out. The leftover batch of bread pudding, of the scone bread pudding, actually seems to be done a little before the one that's baking in the bain de Marie. And this came out, I took this out at about 35 minutes, and I can see the edges are getting a little crispy here. Lots of options. I hope you enjoy Recipes for Survival and that you'll be inspired to cook more, shop economically, you'll spend less money, and you will really feel so much better. Because you can go out and have bread pudding anywhere, but it won't taste as good. I mean, it doesn't to me, as when I cook it for myself, because I think there's a whole, like, transference of energy when you cook on how the food tastes. You think about that, and we'll be right back with you. Thank you for joining me for Recipes for Survival. If you have any questions, please write to me on d@recipes4survival.com.